guys, Brent and Alian back with another battle report of 8th edition here. So this will be a 1500 point match between a pure Dark Eldar versus a pure Tau army.
Indeed.
We are going to be playing a No Mercy mission, which is what used to be Purge the Alien.
So essentially you're just going to try and kill as many units as possible.
Right. I won the roll-off to pick deployment type. I chose the one called, hold on, what's it called?
Search and destroy.
Yeah, search and destroy. So you basically divide the board up into quarters, and then you deploy on basically in the bottom, basically your right-hand corner if you're looking at it from Dawn of War deployment type setup. So I won that, and I'm going to be deploying in this square there. You can see the dice kind of marking it out.
I'll be deploying over there at that square.
Yep, again, you can see one dice marking that edge. That one's the center die. You can't deploy within 9 inches of that. And that's the other boundary over there. So, with that, we'll come back and introduce the armies, and Alian gets to start her deployment.
Woot! Now, introducing, once again, the Great Tau Empire. This list is going to be pretty similar to the last one, just with a few minor differences. Let's start off with the commander, who is going to be accompanied with 2 gun drones instead of his crisis bodyguards. And he is equipped with 2 burst cannons and a missile pod, and he will have a stimulant injector for extra survivability. Here we have normal crisis suits. All 3 of them have burst cannons, all 3 of them have plasma rifles, and all 3 of them have shield generators. We now go to some of our troops. We have a 7-man breacher squad. They'll be accompanied with a gun drone and a guardian drone. Inside of a devilfish, I'll have a smart missile system and a burst cannon. We then have 1 6-man strike team with a shield drone. Yep. And they'll come with a smart missile turret and a chassis for free. And this one looks like this one has the Cadre Fireblade. So technically the shield drone belongs to him. Whatever. We have another 6-man strike team squad with their own shield drone and a smart missile turret. We have the broadside badass. Hopefully we'll live past 1 turn. Maybe, buddy? Huh? 2 smart missile systems and 2 high-yield missile pods. We have the Ghost Keel, this time coming with 2 burst cannons, a cyclic ion raker, a stimulant injector, and 2 stealth drones. They have 2 6-man stealth suit squad, essentially the same as before. They have a shots of rare, so they're going to come with a marker light each, and they also have a fusion blaster as well in their squad. We then have 1 4-man Pathfinder squad with 2 ion rifles, so extra hard-hitting rifles, coming with 2 shield drones. Another 4-man Pathfinder squad, this time just normal Pathfinders with a shield drone. And finally, 1 more Pathfinder squad with a shield drone, just normally outfitted. I'm going with a battalion since I have the number of troops that I need. And that gives me 6 command points. Hopefully I will remember to use them. So yeah, the Great Tau Army.
Alright, and here is my 1500 points of Dark Eldar. We will start with my HQs. I have an Archon. He is equipped with a Agonizer, as well as a Phantasm Grenade Launcher. Then I have a Haemonculous. He is equipped with an Agonizer as well. And he has his usual Splinter Pistol. Same for him, too. Let's see. First troop slot, we just have a 5-man Cabalite squad on foot. Nothing special there. They're just basic Splinter Rifles. Next, second troop slot, we have a 10-man Cabalite squad. One of them has a blaster modeled with it, as well as a Splinter Cannon. That's this guy back here. And they're going to be riding in a Raider. Then I have a first elite slot. I have a 5-man Trueborn squad with 4 blasters. Their leader has a Phantasm Grenade Launcher. It's him, actually. Yeah. And then for this squad, the guy with the painted blade on his back, he's the leader of that squad. Flag guy for this squad is the leader. Let's see. Go to next fast attack slot, or second elite slot here. We have a Slith. He's just going to be bodyguarding the Archon. Let's see. Transports. So in third elite slot, we have my Incubi, the guy with the painted armor so far. Haven't finished it yet, but he's my Clivex, and they're going to be riding in a Venom. The Venom has a second cannon as well. The Trueborn squad is also in a Venom with a second cannon. First fast attack slot, we have a 5-man Scourge squad. The leader is the guy with the ponytail, as per usual. They are all equipped with splinter cannons, except for the leader who has the carbine. Then we have the second fast attack slot. We have a 4-man Reaver bike squad. The arena champion is this dude who has the little symbol on the side, the bear arms and whatnot. He's got an agonizer. Everyone else is more or less bare bones except for the guy without sleeves here. He's got a grav talent. And the heavy supports, we have a Ravager. The Ravager has 2 Dark Lances and 1 Disintegrator Cannon. Forgot, the Raider has 1 Disintegrator Cannon. Next, we have a Talos, has 2 Splinter Cannons, and it's a basic melee weapon which gives it bonus attacks. Then we have a Kronos that has a Spirit Vortex, so hopefully that'll get some good stuff going on for me. And that is 1,500 points of Dark Eldar. Okay, so here's the deployment. We will talk about what we're looking at here in just a sec. And then facing off, we have, including these guys up there. And yeah. So with that, we shall go ahead and have Ollie introduce her forces first. What do you want? You want to start with your ghost kill?
Yep. Well, actually, you could start with the commander, who's going to be deep striking.
Okay, so your commander's deep striking.
We got my ghost kill.
Okay, ghost kill infiltrated.
Broadside.
Okay.
Back there, heavy support. We got a Pathfinder squad here.
With the shield drone?
Yep.
Okay.
We have 1 6-man strike team with the Cadre Fireblade and a shield drone.
Okay.
We have my crisis suits.
Mm-hmm.
We have stealth suits infiltrated up close, sir.
Okay.
Another Pathfinder team.
Another shield drone. See, these are all shield drones, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They're all shield drones except for the 2 gun drones with the commander and 1 gun drone in the Devilfish.
Okay.
Skipping ahead a little bit. So here we have another 6-man strike team.
Got it.
Pathfinder squad with 2 shield drones and snipers.
Okay. The snipers are up here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not really snipers, they're the ion cannon.
Yeah,
things,
the
right?
ion rifles.
Rifles, yeah.
As mentioned, the Devilfish behind there.
There's the breachers in it, right?
Yep. And we have another stealth suit squad.
Which infiltrated, that's why they're outside
Yeah.
the normal boundary there. So, with that, we shall go into my deployment. I have my Incubi in their Venom, Trueborn with blasters in their Venom, Kronos, Haemonculous, Talos. Got my Reaver squad, 5-man Cabal squad without anything, the 10-man squad and the Raider. I got the Ravager right there, Slith, and the Archon using him as a bodyguard. And my Scourges are deep striking, so they'll probably show up, I don't know, turn 1 or 2, I'm just not sure yet. Depends if I think I need the firepower. So, with that, I think, attempt to seize initiative, because I did finish just barely in front of her. I placed my last model, and that was it. She started her deployment first, so me placing my last model means that she would, and then she placed her final model right after.
So, let's see what I get. Nope.
So with that, we will go into the Dark Eldar, turn 1.
The Dark.
Yeah, so starting out the movement phase, my Incubi have immediately disembarked 3 inches from the Venom. From there, they're going to walk up their 7-inch movement and hopefully make a 6-inch charge. Hopefully.
I hope they fail.
It's quite possible. It's not a gimme. Then this venom is going to hop right up here. That was the one their incubi are in. The Trueborn venom is going to glide right over here. The Talos, he's going to hop up here.
I'm trying to shoot the crap out
Followed
of me.
by the Kronos, and Haemonculous is going to basically just continue to stay near them because he can make some toughness 7. Next up, the Slith and Archon basically are going to just continue their positioning. The Ravager is not moving. The Raider party boat is going to hop right over here.
Oh, man.
And the Clawlight squad is going to hop down here. Finally, he's in a hurry to die. Finally, the Reavers are going to fly all the way up to there.
You just want to get in my face.
That yes. that is accurate. And they're just gonna fly up there.
Okay.
And that will take care of the Dark Eldar movement. You can see we have quickly closed this gap
Yeah.
and are looking to say hi to our
We
nice
originally
town.
were planning Dawn of War, but he decided search and destroy.
Planning? I said I might do Dawn of War, but I'm curious to see what the other deployments are. This is the first time we've tried a non-old deployment.
This
so.
will be the first time, and I am nervous about how it's working out.
Yeah, I kind of front-loaded that. So yeah, with that, we will go into the shooting phase. Okay, so just to start off the shooting phase, the Ravager did not move, so it is going to shoot its Dark Lances at the broadside for starters.
Come on, broadside. I'm betting on you to live past this turn.
So the disintegrator cannons the one disintegrator cannon is going to shoot at the stealth drones for the ghost kill. So starting off, broadside, hitting on 3s,
Fun.
2 hits. We're your toughness 5.
Yes.
So wounding you on 3 or 4. 3s. 2 wounds. That is going to be a 6-up save. Nope. Damage. 5 damage.
What?
So he's down to 1 health. He survived, so I mean,
God.
take what you get, right?
Wait.
He's pretty lucky to survive 2 lances hitting him in the face.
Is it toughness 5 or toughness 6? I thought it was toughness 5, and now
It wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter?
No, it wouldn't matter. He'd be wounded on 3s. It'd only matter if he was toughness 4.
Oh.
If he was toughness 4, I would wound him on 2s, but it didn't matter anything.
Okay.
Alright, so the disintegrator cannons into the stealth drones. These hit on 4s because of the stealth drone rule. Just 1. We wound them on 3s. Nope, nothing.
What? Ghost Kill's still kicking around.
Right. So with that, we will shoot. We'll shoot the disintegrator cannon on the Raider into the broadside.
So this Raider?
Yeah, into the broadside, hitting it on.
Leave the broadside alone!
Nah, the broadside needs to die. Hitting it on 3s. And wounding it on 3s. It is AP minus 3, so to 3 to 4 to 5, so you have a 5-up save. Go ahead and do that. Nope. It doesn't matter what damage roll I make, it's dead. Because, yeah.
This never goes well when the broadside dies.
Poor broadside. It's just destined to die turn 1.
I'm gonna bring 2 next time, guys. 2.
Alright. Next up, we have the 4 blasters from the Trueborn shooting into your stealth suits. These hit. These are going to hit on 4s because of the stealth suit rule.
Okay.
2 hits. We are going to wound them, though, on 2s. 2 wounds.
Oh, jeez.
So you'd be 2-up armor, minus 4. So 6-up save. 1. D3 damage. Only 1 damage. Okay.
Thank
So
God.
one of them's at 1 health. Alright, next up the Splinter
Which
rifle.
stealth suit's going?
This one. Next up the Splinter rifle that was in the squad here is going to take a shot at the Pathfinders there, and he's also going to shoot the Phantasm Grenade Launcher he has as well. So 2 hits, nope. And D3 hits from the Phantasm. Okay, so we get 3 chances to hit on 3s. We get 2 hits. It is strength 1, so we will wound him on 6s. 1 wound.
What?
So 5 up armor.
Nope.
Nope. So, yep, take your pick.
Wait a second. Can I not take a pick on the drone?
Yeah, you would have to declare, but you didn't kill one of your ion rifles anyways.
Exactly.
Alright, so with that, we're going to take 12 shots from this Venom will be into that same Pathfinder squad. Okay, so we are hitting on 3s. Okay, and we are wounding on 4s for poison. Okay, 3 wounds. You have 4 up armor here.
Right.
And it should have been 4 up armor before, but she did roll a 1, so. She got 2 more down.
Alright, so this is going to be a drone here.
Okay,
I have to declare beforehand.
Right. In this case, there's both 4 up saves, so it's okay. But, so you're going to take 1 on a drone and 1 on a Pathfinder?
Yes.
Okay. Plus your drones are 3 up saves, so you really got to declare those ahead.
Okay.
But in this case, 1 is a 6 and 1 is a 1, so yeah. We're just let her take 1 of them on the drone. Next up, we have another 12 shots from the Venom that the Incubi were initially in. And these are going to target the Crisis Suits. We are hitting them on 3s. And wounding on 4s because of poison. Oh, not very good. Only 2. So 2 3-ups. Nope. Well, it said Crisis Suits at 1 health because they have 3 wounds now.
Yes.
Alright. I do a little thinking about where the rest of my shots are going to go. Okay, next up are the Reavers. They're going to take their 8 splinter rifle shots into the stealth drones of the Ghost Kill. I did forget to mention the Reavers. I chose their combat drug. They're toughness +1, so they got 5. They're toughness 5. I thought against Tau that might be useful because now they wound them on 4s. So, in general. So we have 8 shots hitting on 3s, or 4s because of the stealth drone. And wounding on 4s. 3 wounds. These are 4 up saves. Wow.
Hey!
Goodness, you are. Whew.
Ghost Kill lives.
Here.
Well, the stealth drones live.
Painful. This is being painful for me. Alright. Next, we are going to have the Cabalites shoot. I got to check range to make sure they're not rapid fire. Okay, next, the Cabalite squad is going to shoot. 1 is in rapid fire range, so we have 6 shots, hitting on 3s, or 4s, because drone. And wounding on 4s. 1. It is dead, finally. They've made a ton of saves. And, Slith is probably going to take some shots at him next. Okay, next up, the Slith. It is hitting on 3s with its Shard Carbine. Or 4s, actually, because drones, I keep forgetting that. And wounding it on 4s. Another one. Alright, we're in desperation mode for those drones. We're going to have D3 Phantasm Grenades into them. Just 1, wounding it on 6s. It's a wound.
Oh, jeez.
That's a reroll.
That is a reroll.
Alright, well, because this will not die, we're going to take 8 shots from the guys in the Raider. That is 1 Splinter Cannon and the leader in there. He also has a Phantasm Grenade Launcher. He's going to shoot at something else. But
Come on, badass drone.
hitting on 4s.
Come on, badass drone.
Wounding on 4s. 1. Finally, it has died. Jeez. Okay, we have 14 more Splinter shots from the guys in the Raider, and they're going to target the Ghost Keel. And the blaster shot as well, but I'll roll that one last. So 14 hit shots, hitting this on 4s. And wounding it on 4s. Okay, so your ghost skill is going to have 5 3-up saves. Why are you rolling on 2 at a time? Just roll.
What?
So 1 fail, 2 fail, 2 fail. So it's down 2 wounds. Alright, and then the blaster hits it on 4s. Nope, missed. Alright.
He has 4 wounds left?
Yeah, I think so. I think it has 6. Next, Spirit Vortex into him. D6 shots. 6 shots.
Oh dear.
3, 6. We're going to wound it. It's toughness 5. So we're wounded on 5s.
Oh, I think it's toughness.
As long as there's a toughness 6. Is it toughness 6?
It says toughness 6.
Or double check. Okay, plus 3 roll. So we have the 6 shots. These are wounding on 6s. It is toughness 6. So we got 1. This is AP minus 2. So it's got a 5-up save. Nope.
Nope.
It is D3 damage though, because it was a wound of 6. So it's going to take 3 damage. So it's at 1 health.
Yep.
Okay. Next, the Phantasm Grenade Launcher is going to shoot this strike team over there from the leader. D3 hits, or D3 tries. Just 1, hitting it on 3s. Nope. Unfortunate. And then we have... hold on. 3 bar. Okay, finally we have the Talos shooting... Oh, we actually have another Phantasm to shoot too, but the Talos is going to take shots at the 6-man strike team next to the Cadre, hitting them on 4s. Okay, that's Talos. And wounding them on 4s. It's 2 wounds, so 2 4-up saves. 1 dead. And then we have D3 Phantasm shots from the Haemonculous. 2. Hitting on 3s. So we have 1 hit, 6s to, or their toughness 3, right? So yeah, still 6s to wound. No wounds, but they are hit by it. Did any of them die from the poison shots though? So it didn't probably matter.
No.
Yeah, okay, it's irrelevant. Lots of shooting, but didn't quite accomplish what I was hoping to. So with that, we're going to the assault phase. I'm going to declare a multi-assault with the Reavers into the Pathfinders and the Ghost Kill. And my Incubi are going to assault the Stealth Suit team that's right there. So we have a lot of Overwatch going into my Reavers. We're starting off with the 5-man strike team that, because of for the greater good, can shoot. So 10 shots, hitting me on 6s. 1 hit, and you get a wound me on 4s, because I'm toughness 5. Okay, the Reavers have a 4-up save. That is a fail. And they have a 6-up feel no pain. It's power for pain. And I made that, so they're fine. Alright, so next up you have 8 shots from your Pathfinders. So 1 more. Okay, so 8 shots from the Pathfinders. Nothing. And then the Ghost Kill we gotta figure out. Okay, so first we'll roll for the Cyclic, and it's got D6 shots. You'll get 6 shots, so... Alright, so we have 6 shots from the Cyclic Overwatch on 6s. Okay then. And it is Strength, because you didn't overcharge, so Strength 7. So your wound on 3s. Okay. And it is AP minus 1. So I have 5-up armor. Saved 1. And 6-up feel no pain. Nope. How much damage is it? Just 1? Just 1. So one of my bikes is at 1 health now. You just push that under him, yeah. And 8 burst cannon shots, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. It's on 6s. Nope. Alright. So charge range for the Reavers. Yep, they're in. And we're gonna have we have the Grav Talon in here. That'll be in 1 inch range of both. And the Grav Talon is where is he? It's this dude right here, the one who's not wounded. And I'm going to have one of my Reavers. Actually, one Reaver and my Agonizer will go into the Ghost Kill, and the other two will fight the Pathfinders. But first, because we have the charge, we ended our charge within 1 inch of 2, so I roll a dice for each one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I want to decide because, yeah, who fights what, because he could die from this. So we're start with the Ghost Kill on a 4-up. He takes a mortal wound. He's dead. No save allowed. So now my attacks are going to go into them. And for the Pathfinders, same thing. Oh, and your drone, too.
Yeah.
So Pathfinders take one.
Drum.
What? Do you want me to roll for the drone? Well, I already rolled for the Pathfinder, so they...
Ah!
So one Pathfinder's dead. Drone, also dead.
Oh.
So, no saves allowed for those mortal wounds. That was a good Grav Talon, I say. Alright, so we're to come back to combat phase later, but that's during the charge phase. If you end your charge within 1 inch, you do the Grav Talon attacks. So, next, she's got 8. We'll start with the stealth suits that can see the incubi. The fusion blaster can't. So we've got 8 shots into the incubi from the burst cannons.
One more.
Okay, hitting them on 6 of these. Got 1, and wounding them on 3s. Nope. And 8 shots from the Pathfinders.
Yeah, let me count it. Okay, one more.
Okay, 8 shots from the Pathfinder's carbines on 6s. Got 2. 3s to wound. 2. And 2 3-up saves. Oh. And 6 up feel no pains for him. Nope. 2 dead anyway.
Woohoo!
That's no good. So we're kill him and him. Alright, so charge range. Yep, we're in.
Dang it.
Okay, so we get our consolidate, or consolidation move, I guess. I don't know what's consolidate, but whatever, I forget what it's called, but it's the one that pile in move. There we go. So we'll go ahead and pile in with the Reavers here. So obviously now everything is going to be attacking the Pathfinder. Start with the Agonizer. 3 attacks hitting on 3s and whiffs. Then we have 6 attacks from the rest of the bikes, hitting on 3s. And they are strength 4 because they have the an AP -1 because of the blade veins on the bikes. So these are going to wound on 3s. And these are 6-up saves. Because they're AP -1, so you save none. So that they're 3 are dead. Okay, so into the incubi combat. I have 4 attacks from the Clivex, so the red ones, and 6 attacks from the other 2. The Clivex hits on 2s, the others hit on 3s. Okay, so all the Clivex hit, and missed 1 for the normal incubi. And these are all going to be strength +1, so they are strength 4 on the attack. So I wound on 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are, hold on, wait. Okay, that is D3. That is actually, hold on. Any Clivex roll of 6 is double damage. And these are AP -3. So you're normally a 3-up save, yeah?
Yes.
So to 4, to 5, to 6. So basically these are 6-up saves, and we'll do this one last. Okay, so 1 dead. And then this one is just, it doesn't really matter because 1's at 1 health. So go and roll.
1.
1, so that's another 1 dead. Okay. And then we will. We're still here. You can still get another. You still get to punch us.
Okay.
And your Shadows of Vigor, right? So you get 2
Yeah.
attacks on 5s, I think. 1 hit. 3s to wound. 3 up armor. 5 or 6 up build of vein. Oh my goodness. This is just sad for the who's getting mowed down. Alright guys, so we kind of looked at this and we are we're not entirely sure what the correct answer is, but we have read the movement rules, we've read the combat rules,
yeah.
we've read pretty much we've reread basically the rules section like twice.
And there's nothing that really, for this particular instance, when it comes to moving after combat, there's
Correct.
nothing that indicates whether or not they couldn't go into combat.
Well, it doesn't say that it puts them in combat. So, but it doesn't say that. Okay, so the specific rule is consolidate, and this is the final step of the fight phase. You may move each model in the unit up to 3 inches. This move can be done in any direction so long as the model moves closer to the nearest enemy model. So what it's telling me is I have to move. I can move up to 3 inches, and I can move towards the nearest enemy model. It doesn't say I have to stay more than 1 inch away. I will specify that part because in the movement phase, it specifies you must stay 1 inch away. In fact, throughout a lot of the phases, it specifies you must stay 1 inch away.
Except for this one particular instance.
Right. But it always specifies in the movement phase you must stay. And it says specifically movement, and this is the fight phase. They are delineated differently. Mm-hmm. And we cannot find anything that says that I have to stay 1 inch away from her, basically, after consolidate. It just says I have to move towards the closest enemy model.
Yep.
So, if there are no enemy models left in the combat, the closest enemy model is outside the combat, and I move 3 inches towards that, which will put another unit within 1 inch. Obviously, there's no more fight phase, because the fight phase is over.
So, but it does lock my unit.
Right. It would mean she would have to fall back out of it so that she can shoot the unit that did it. So this is our logic with this. This probably needs an FAQ to specify one way or another. Mm-hmm. But we're really doing our best with this. We can't find anything that says that no, or So it just says move 3 inches towards the nearest enemy model, and that's all the details it gives. So that we're going to follow the rule book as to what it says to do. So,
down to the letter.
Right. So that will put essentially the Reavers will move 3 inches towards the nearest enemy model, which goes to there, which also will put them into their 1 inch bubble, etc., etc. So the drone is technically the nearest model, but again, we're moving 3 inches towards it. So.
And there you go.
So that will basically put the strike team in a position where they're within 1 inch of my model, so they will have to fall back on their phase if they want to shoot at them. Or, I guess if we were to get to the fight phase, if we're within 1 inch still, then we would actually still fight, but there would be no charge phase, essentially, is what would happen. There's no charge phase, is our interpretation. Mm-hmm. So, with that, we're going to the morale test, and we got to figure out numbers on that one. Okay, into the leadership check. The Incubi can't possibly fail because they have 9 leadership because of the Clivex. Same for the stealth suits. However, these guys can fail because they have -1. So if they roll 6, one of them does go away. The one goes away. The Pathfinders are normally leadership 6, but they took a hit from the Phantasm, so they're 5. 2 plus 2 is only 4, so she's fine with the Pathfinders, though. Nothing else took enough casualties to warrant a leadership check, though.
Nope.
Or took any casualties. Well, enough that the leadership could possibly fail. Okay, so into Tau turn 1 movement phase. Starting off the crisis suits, you're going to go 8 inches and try to get a beat on the raider over there.
These guys are going to move back.
Yep, they're going to fall back out of the combat. As will your drone, I'm guessing.
Oh, of course. They can't go far, but they'll huddle by the tree.
Yeah. Okay. Next, this crisis suit team?
This crisis?
Or strike team, sorry.
They're moving up.
Okay. We're just kind of clearing the way. Same for the
Indeed.
drone, yeah.
But the drone actually belongs to the Pathfinders.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's its own unit now.
So they're clearing.
It can go where it wants.
They're clearing the way because my hand has been forced.
Yeah. So basically, she's going to send the breachers out to try to deal with the reavers as well. Okay. Next up, the stealth suit is going to leave its combat as well, but it has fly, so it'll still be able to do stuff. It's just going to go there. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the breacher team got out.
Actually, no, wait.
Oh, okay.
Away from everything else.
Okay, so the breacher team got out. They're within 3 inches of their vehicle, and now they're going to move 6 inches. And they're going to go basically to there, try to shoot the reavers. Okay, so the breachers are going to fire into my reavers. There are 3 people inside of 5-inch range, so they get strength 6, AP -2. And the dark die are going to be strength 5, AP -1. And these all hit me on 4s. Okay, so. Alright, so the 2 red die wound me on 3s, and the.
So do the white die.
Oh, the white die too. And then the dark die wound on 4s. Pretty good rolls. So these are, let's see, AP -2. So these 2 are 6-up saves, and these 2 are 5-up saves. So main 1 6-up save, and 1 5-up save. Now these are all 6-up Vilma penguins. Saved another. So we take 3 wounds, which will kill the one that's at 1 wound, and another mook, which will be that dude. So I still have my grab talon and my arena champion, basically. Okay, next up, the breacher team is going to use the gun drone that was with the breacher team is going to shoot off at the reavers as well, hitting me on 5s. Nope. And
Devilfish, burst cannon.
Burst cannon for the devilfish.
Yeah.
That's it.
And smart missile.
Okay. So you're shooting everything at them.
Yes.
All right. So 4 burst cannon shots first, hitting them on 4s. 1, hitting them on 4s.
No.
Nope. Yep. All right. So Alian made a boo boo when creating her list, and she thought that you replaced the 2 gun drones with a single smart missile system, but you have to take 2, which means you got to pay the points for 2.
60. And I only paid 30.
Yeah, so Alian didn't do that. So
I should be able to just custom build my devilfish, you know?
So in the interest of just like whatever, we're just keep going with it. We're just gonna let her take the single smart missile system shot, basically. So hitting me on 4s.
Oh, they all missed
anyways. But for anyone wondering why we only rolled the 1 smart missile instead of 2 is because she only paid the points for the 1. You're not supposed to do that, but it's fine. We're just gonna keep going with it. We're just gonna assume that the devilfish has a single smart missile system for this game.
I want these reavers.
Okay, next up, that 4-man Pathfinder team is gonna take its shots into my incubi. These are hitting them on 4s, 1 hit, and wounding them on 3s. That is a wound. 3-up armor. Nope. Oh my goodness. Oh, 6-up elevate? Come on. Ah! Honestly, you guys have failed every armor save. Alright, now Alian's just being silly, and she really wants that guy dead. So the fusion blaster is going to shoot my incubi. Hopefully, she says. On a 4. That is my best armor save for the incubi, is your hit rolls.
Oh my god! Just die!
He politely declines.
The smart missile system's gonna shoot the incubi.
From the strike team? And that's
Yes!
it? Nothing else from the strike team shooting at him?
None of them are gonna shoot at them because they're gonna want to shoot at these fuckers.
Okay. So just the smart missile system at the incubi.
Oh my god.
On 4s. Got 2. Winning them on 3s. 1.
Do not.
Up. Yeah! He's alive! Whoa! She killed her own sniper. Alright, so the climax is like, man, this sucks. I'm gonna make an armor save if it kills me. It probably will, but.
Alright, so the remaining strike team members are gonna shoot at the fucking reavers.
Alright, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Times 2.
12.
Next up, this strike team right there is going to take some shots at the Reavers. We're hitting on 4s. Okay, that's not too bad. And wounding on 4s. Okay, 4 up armors. And a 6 at Film of Pain. Nope, so 1's down to 1. So my Grav Talon's up on health. Yep. Okay, the Stealth Stick team there is going to take shots at my Venom. The Venom special rule though subtracts the hit die by 1, so she needs 5 to hit. The red one is a Fusion Blaster. Okay, pretty good.
It's for Fusion Blaster.
Well, aside from the Fusion Blaster, but I mean, you got quite a few rules for hitting on 5. And Strength 5 versus Toughness 5, so 4 is to wound. Pretty good again.
Explode. Die.
Alright, well this is AP nothing, so I will have 4 up armor save. Made 2, so it is at 4 health. Okay, next up, the commander is going to try to finish this off. The 2 red die are missile pod shots. These get to hit me on 3s because of the commander's usually is 2 and -1 because of the special rules of Venom. Okay, so alright, so missile pod will wounded on 3s, the rest are wounded on 5s. Or 4s, sorry. Okay, so you need to check the AP on the missile pod, but I'm going to roll these. 4 up armors, takes 1 more, so he's at 3. Okay, it's got a 5 up save, invulnerable armor. It's just AP -1. Nope. So it is D3 damage. Takes 2 damage, so it's at 1 health.
Gun drones.
You're just being mean now. So it's got 2 gun drones or just 1 gun shot?
2 gun drones.
Okay, so you got 8 shots.
That's right.
So there you go. 8 shots hitting it on 6s. 2. 4s to wound. 4 armor. Alright, well it's down. See if it explodes. It does not. Okay. Basically, roll of a 1 kills a model. Lose 1 model. I don't know if I get a Feel No Pain save on this. It doesn't say I get any saves, but Feel No Pain is whenever you take a damage, then... No, it just says slain, so I'm going to say I probably don't get a Feel No Pain. So we're just going to kill the sergeant, because... me. Don't care. I'd rather keep the Blasters alive. Okay, so next up, the Crisis Suits are going to try to take down the party boat. So we have 12 burst cannon shots starting off. She's declared all weapons are shooting into it. So 12 burst cannon shots to start off, hitting on 4s. That was a pretty good roll for hitting on 4s. And glancing it on, or wounding it on 4s, no more glancing. Again, not bad. And I got 4 up saves. Takes 2 wounds, so it's at 8 health. Or just keep that in mind for the moment.
Okay.
And you've got
Plasma rifle.
2. Okay, so you got 3 plasma shots because you're not in rapid fire with that. 1 hit. Damn. And you wounded on 3s. It's a wound. It's AP -2, so it'll get 5 up invuln. Nope, so it'll be at 7 health. Okay, so Alian is gonna
shoot both ion rifles with overcharge at the Raider.
From those 2 Pathfinders right there.
They may die.
Right, so they're gonna get D3 shots, but on a 1 they die. So just D3 first. So you have 2 shots from 1 and D3 from the other, and 2 shots from both. Okay, so we're gonna roll them separate though. So 2 shots hitting him on 4s. Okay, so he's gonna die, but he did land a hit. 3s to glance, or 3s to wound, and it is AP minus 1. Or is it 2 now? It is AP minus 1. So, 5 up. It's fine.
Yeah.
However, he is not so fine.
Yeah.
2 more. Okay, so 1 hit, but the other guy didn't kill himself. That's a wound. 5 up invuln. Nope, so we're at 6 wounds on that raider. Okay, Dark Eldar turn 2. We're gonna start off movement. My blasters are gonna basically hop up here into the cover. Get nice and cozy with this stealth team that doesn't really like them very much. The Talos is going to come up there. Kronos will just follow suit. He's going to move out a little bit just so he has some aiming angles. And the Haemonculous is going to continue to follow. The 5-man Kabbalah squad is just going to advance. As well as the Archon and his Slith bodyguard. We'll get a little further. Get over there. Alright. Next, the Venom is just gonna hop on down here. About right there. And the Reavers are going to hop right here, just outside rapid fire range. And the Raider is going to come up to here. And that should take care of my movement phase. Alright, and then finally, my Incubi is going to... he's gonna wander over here and see if he can kill an entire strike team by himself. He's a brave, stupid man. Alright. And at the end of my phase, I will have my Scourges arrive. They're going to come in right here. Okay, starting with the Reavers, we have 4 Splinter Rifle shots into the Crisis Suits. So we're going to hit them on 3s. And wound them on 4s. 1 wound, 3 up armor. It's fine. Next up, we have 3 Disintegrator Cannon shots from the Raider into the Crisis Suits. Just 1 hit. Wounding them on their toughness 5, so wounding them on 4s. It's a wound. 3 up armor. Or 4 to 5. That's actually 5 up armor, but you made it. Alright. Blah. The Slith will shoot his carbine into them, hitting on 3s. Goodness. And forced wound. Oh, come on. Okay, next up we have 5-man Kabbalah squad shooting into the Crisis Suits, hitting them on 3s. Wounding them on 4s. Just 2 3-up saves. Alright, so the 1 Crisis Suit is dead.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I wanted. And yes, that is all I wanted. So next up we have 12 shots from this Venom right here, staring at the Breachers, into the Breachers, hitting them on 3s. Goodness, half missed. And 4s to wound. That's pretty good though. Makes up for it. Those are 4 up armor saves for you. Oh, ouch. That's 5 Breachers.
Wait, oh.
So,
Why didn't I not declare drones?
I mean, are they both shield drones?
No, one is.
So I'll let you take the gun drone if you want, because that's still 4 up armor. I don't want to shortchange you and make you take the 3 up shield drone out. I think that would actually be unfair of me. Alright. Next up, we have the Archon. He's going to shoot his Phantasm into that squad that just got ripped apart.
Shield drone!
Okay, well, it's D3 hits.
Oh.
So it's got 2 hits.
shield thrust?
6 is to wound. It only matters for the wound. They take the wounds.
It's a guardian damage.
Okay, so 1 wound. So you can take the wound on him on a 3-up shield. It's dead. Okay. And they still took a hit from the phantasm, so their leadership is -1. Alright. Next, the Kronos is going to shoot his Spirit Vortex into this squad. 5 shots. Hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s. Okay, that is at AP -2. It's a 6-up save. Do you want to take it too late? It's fine, you made it.
I knew it was going to happen.
Uh-huh. Sure. Alright. Now I gotta decide for the party boat, the Reaver, or the Ravager, and the Scourges. Okay, so we're gonna actually shoot with the blasters. We're gonna target 1 into the guy who's on his own. So we'll try that one first on a 4. Nope. And the other 3 into the 3-man squad on 4s. Just 1. And wounding it on their toughness 4, so 2s. Okay. And D3 damage? Or no, you got a AP -4, so 4 to 5 to 6. No, you don't get a save. But that's fine. Because they're 3-up saves, so 4 to 5 to 6 is 0. So either way, D3 damage doesn't matter because you already have a wounded guy. So yeah, the wounded guy is just dead, basically. Okay. Okay. We're gonna next shoot a phantasm from the Haemonculous into this strike team right here. Hitting D3 shots, 3 shots, wounding on 6s, or hitting on 3s first. Alright. And wounding on 6s. Got 1 wound. They're fine, but they are at -1 now.
Oh dear.
I think I already shot the. Yeah, I shot the other phantasm right into this breacher squad.
Yes,
okay.
You did.
Okay. We are going to take the. All right, we're going to take from the Ravager. He's going to shoot the disintegrator cannon into the commander, hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Toughness 5, so wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. So we need. Oh no, 2 wounds. So do you want to soak them up with your drones?
Yes.
Okay, so you have. Would be 4-up save, but now it's a 5-6-up save. Okay, they're just dead because multiple damage does not matter. All right, and then the 2 lances, I am going to target these 2 stealth suits. Oh, yeah, I'll target the 2 stealth suits, hitting on 4s and wounding them on 2s. Just 1, no save here. Would be 2-up actually, so 4 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, so 6-up save. Nope. And D6 damage. And it's a dead stealth suit. Okay, so starting off, the blaster is the only thing from the party boat shooting with the crisis suits, hitting on 3s and wounding them on 3s. You will get a 4 to 5 to 6. Nope, no save. D3 damage, 2 damage, so 1's at 1 health. Next up, we have the Splinter Cannon and 2 Mooks are going to shoot into this squad right here. So that is 6, 7, 8 shots. On 3s. And 4s to wound them. Just 1. 4-up save. Fine. And then we have 12 shots from the rest of them. 6, 7, 12 shots, and the rest of the guys on the party boat into that strike team right there that the incubi is looking at. Hitting on 3s. And hitting on 4s. Wow. Okay, so 2. And also the Phantasm is also shooting over here. Alright, and the Phantasm, so 1's dead, and Phantasm, D3, 1, hitting on 3s. Hits, and 6 to wound. Nope, but they are hit.
So this one?
Nope, this one, the squad. Okay. I don't think I have... Oh, the Scourges haven't shot. Okay. Scourges still gonna shoot. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them. Hold on. Okay, so the Scourges are gonna be split firing for days here, basically. So we have 6 Splinter Cannon shots from 1 Scourge into this strike team right here, hitting on 3s. And 4s to wound. Or not. Next we have 1 cannon and the carbine into this strike team right there on 3s. And 4s to wound. Oh my goodness. What on earth? Alright.
Well, that was no, you have a wound.
Oh, I did? Okay. And 4 up saves. So 2 down. And then I'm going to put 2 Splinter Cannons into the commander right over here. So that's 12 shots into the commander. Hitting him on 3s. That was pretty decent.
Oh my god.
And 4s to wound him. Not as decent, but not bad. So these are 3 up saves. So failed 1, but he has a 6 up for a stimulant. Made it. Okay. So that will conclude my shooting. I have multiple charges here to declare. The Raider is going to charge your crisis suits.
Of course. Okay.
That'll be the first charge I make.
Sure.
The second charge I make will be the Venom charging your breachers.
Okey-dokey.
Actually, it'll be a multi-charge. He's charging your breachers and
Yeah, sure.
and the crisis team.
That's fine.
The Talus will be declaring a charge on your Pathfinders, and I am going to charge your stealth suit with my this dude right there with my Trueborn. So we have a few charges to make. Oh, and the Reavers will try to charge the crisis suits as well.
Okay.
Okay, so the Raider is my first declared charge. It is charging the crisis suits. She's got 4 plasma shots with the big dice and 8 burst cannon shots with the small on the 6s. So 1 plasma and 1 burst cannon. So the burst cannon on 4s, plasmas on 3s. Okay. And 5 up invuln for the plasma, 4 up armor for the other. So it's down to 4 health. Okay. And then you have...
Burst, like a bunch of pulse rifles.
Yeah, it looks like 5 guys, so you have 10 shots.
Mm-hmm. And smart missile.
Hold on, we'll get to that. Alright, so we have 10 shots from this strike team on 6s. And then just 4 shots, smart missiles. And 4s to wound. 4 up armor. It's down to 3. And then 2 shots from your Conjure Firebolt. Nope. Okay. So, we're in. Didn't actually pay for the battering ram, unfortunately. That would have been neat, but oh well. Next, the Reaver, or the Venom, is going to... Actually, we'll start with the Talos. The Talos is going to charge the Pathfinder team right there. And their drone, so it'll be multi-charge. So we have at least 8 shots. We'll start with that from the Pathfinders. So there we go.
Alright.
So 8 shots on the Pathfinders. 1. And you're wounded on 5s. 3 up armor. It's fine. And you then have this strike team, so you get 5 shots because he's not rapid fire, but the other 2 are. So hitting it on 6s. Okay. 5s to wound. 3 of armor. 6 of felt pain. Okay, it's down to 6 health, I think.
5 health?
I need to see how many wounds he has. And then you have another smart missile system there. Nope. And then you have 6 breacher shots. We'll check this range here for strength in a sec, but I think it's going to be strength 4. Doesn't matter anyways. Alright, and that should be it. That's in. Oh, no, because he can't. Can he see? Yeah, you can see. So you got a fusion blaster shot as well. Oh. Really? And that'll be 3s to wound him. Nope. Alright. So right charge range for him. 7, that should be in. Next up, Venom multi-charge. He's going to charge the strike team and this squad here. So you got 6 shots from your breachers. Nope. Okay, so wounding on 3s. Wounds. It is AP -2, so I got a 5 convulsion. Nope, it's down to 5 health. And then 10 shots from the strike team. Oh my goodness. And wounding it on 4s. Oh, come on. 4 of armor. Okay, it's down to 4. Smart missile system. Nope. And your dude. Cadre. 1 hit. 4s to wound. 4 armor. Fine. And then you've got 6 shots. 2. And, sorry. 4s to wound. 4 up armor. Okay. And smart missile system. Nope. Alright, that takes care of everything that would be in range. Alright. Then chunk. Reavers will charge now. Nothing can overwatch them. 8-inch charge. That's in. So we need to roll a die. They do not take a mortal wound. Next, my Incubi is going to charge the strike team. So she's got 6 shots. First. Jesus. 4s to wound, or 3s to wound him. He's fine. And then you got a smart missile there as well. Nope. And then the fusion blaster. And then you've got your Pathfinder. Do you want to overcharge or not?
No.
Good thing. Alright, so I don't think he can fail. Yeah, he's in. So he's gonna go fight the strike team. And finally I'm charging the fusion blaster dude. So she now has essentially 2 Overwatch shots here. Both are fusion blasters. Oh. Charge distance. We're in. Alright guys, so with that, Alian is going to concede, but we actually have a lot to talk about, and we have something we're going to do that we haven't done before, which will be basically a complete rematch with some things we've learned a lot about from this match specifically. Mm-hmm. So
Some things I learned a lot about.
Yeah. So it'll be exact same armies, exact same table, and exact same deployment in terms of like corner and corner.
Including my mistake of having the smart missile on the devilfish.
Yeah. So basically, we're just going to essentially replay the game with sort of some learned stuff, and we're going to see, how the tactics work on that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it'll be an experiment, and you'll hear more about it in the post game.
Yeah.
If you're interested in listening to our post game, please stay tuned. And if not, then please like and subscribe. We enjoy having these videos out for you.
Yep. So until next time, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So welcome to the post game. Obviously, that one was on the shorter side.
Yes.
That one's for a couple reasons, and we're kind of going to discuss that. And Alian and I actually just spent about 20 minutes talking about why this happened, and because I wasn't really happy with the results of the game, and because I felt like, I don't know, it just kind of felt like it was showing off something that I didn't like. It was rewarding me for something that was as simple as a roll of the dice at the start of the game, and I didn't care for that. However, we got to talking, and we started discussing kind of, well, what could we have done? Like, is this even possible for Tau to have won this? And we kind of started thinking about possible strategies, and just, granted, you can't swap your army out. This is what you should have had. But
exactly. You can't plan around it, but here's something to consider when you have a list similar to mine for Tau, which I don't think would be uncommon.
You can certainly, you can certainly adapt to it, and
exactly.
I think that's something that we're certainly trying to learn with. Is going to be a learning point of it. Is you got to sort of adapt to what happens.
Yeah, as I've been told before, Tau is harder in 8th edition, although I've had my challenges in 7th. It does feel like there's a bit more of I wouldn't say a bit of a learning curve, a bit of a change on how you think, especially when you get into a situation where, so for Tau you generally want to avoid the multi-charges that could happen, so you feel like you want to spread out.
Well, so we're get ahead of ourselves. I think
okay.
we'll come back to this. So point cost wise, what she killed of mine versus I killed of hers. I think she's at about 400 to 450 of my army was dead, and about I want to say about 5 to 6 of yours.
I think so, around that.
So truthfully,
maybe a little less, honestly.
I don't know. Hard to say. Because you had lost one suit too, one crisis suit. So it's hard to say. I would say probably 5 to 6, but who knows. So regardless, kind of the point we're making is, although the game was over, and I don't see many ways she could have actually made a comeback from this.
No, I was.
The points were so close still, so it felt really, really awkward. And part of that is because of the fact that now vehicles can charge.
Yes.
And the multi-charge.
So annoying.
So although, yes, you can fall back out of combat, if your breacher team, your strike team, your other strike team, and, all your unit, if you have 4 of your foot soldier troops stuck in melee, that you're going to basically forfeit an entire round of shooting backing up, and then they're just going to charge you again because the vehicles are going to do that. And she was looking at hitting on 5s and wounding on 5s in melee with a single attack each, which, let's be real, that's you might be able to kill the venom, but your odds aren't that high.
Exactly.
And this was just going to happen over and over. And if she backed out, then I would, I'd just rinse and repeat. My venom would shoot, and then it'd charge again. Now, eventually, the Overwatch might kill it, but I mean, it's just as likely that the venom eventually kills the team with its shots. And if she stayed in melee, then I would just back out and shoot her.
Yeah.
Because the venom can still do that.
There was really no way for me to get out of the situation.
Right. The only things that she was hoping for the crisis suits to survive, and she was hoping for the the fusion blaster stealth suit to survive, and that was those basically the suits were the only thing that were going to be able to do anything. And eventually the Reaver or the Ravager would just eventually finish those off just because it was back there shooting. So that kind of brings us to the point of, what do you do about that as Tau? And it kind of came down to, we were talking about how it kind of felt bad that essentially I rolled one die, and because I got to pick the map in the deployment zone, and I looked at the deployments. I'm like, oh, I think this could possibly be an advantage for me, but it wasn't like I thought I would win because of this advantage. I thought, oh, well, I think this would be a good deployment for me. And instead of that, like the way the game felt is it sort of forced her to cluster up.
And then it felt like you got the win from there.
Right. But whenever we kind of started talking about it, we kind of started thinking maybe that's not entirely the case.
Yeah. But I don't want to think of any army being doomed due to map issues. Right. I don't think that's fair, and I do think that GW probably considered that when it came to having those different kinds of maps. I'm sure there are some maps that are going to be more advantageous to armies than others, but there shouldn't be a no-win situation, or else it wouldn't be a fair game.
Right. So that kind of led us to sort of talk about what could the Tau have done? And the conclusion we came to is, well, if you're in a corner and you know I'm coming to you, like, yeah, why not just deploy further back to guarantee you get that round of shooting
on as wide of a route as you can.
Right. And then Alian was talking more about it, and she was like, yeah, then you can just throw all the crisis suits on a deep strike, and then once you engage, you basically close the net and pop in behind, or even behind your own lines, just depending on positioning you want, and open fire with your crisis suits so they can't, and stealth suits and et cetera, just so
any suit.
Yeah. Basically, it allows them to get their first strike and keeps them from being shot up beforehand. And while yes, as with any possible strategy, it's going to carry some inherent risk. Your devilfish is going to get shot up. Your strike teams are going to get shot up. But they're the cheap stuff for them, and they're the fodder. They're wanting they're willing to take those losses as your opponent closes in on them. And while yes, there's certainly some counterplay to it that your opponent would have with that type of strategy. They could be like, well, I see this coming, I'm not going to fully commit my army, which is entirely possible. But it would certainly avoid their situation of being charged and double, even if your opponent decided to react like that, that means that they're not going to be, tying up two squads with one
at the
vehicle.
Same time.
Yeah.
It's still going to be advantageous because you're forcing. It won't work on all armies, but on an army like Dark Eldar
or Harlequins Tyranids or anything that wants melee, basically.
Yeah, anything that wants melee and may not necessarily have a strong enough units to deep strike. It should even the odds.
Right. And its play is actually quite thematic too.
It is quite thematic. We also talked about that too, and it leads to the fact that
the Monk-Ka strategy is what we think. I can't remember.
Was it Monk-Ka or
Kanva? I don't remember which one, but it's one of them is sort of the art of the ambush or whatever, and that's kind of what
it's the one that the Shadow Sun probably is the example for.
Either way, it actually plays quite thematic to what at least in thought it would play quite thematic to what the Tau ascribed to, I guess you could say, and. If 8th actually ends up encouraging that sort of play, like I think that's a really good thing, as opposed to just putting your units out and then like if you're a Tau player, put your guys out there and shoot. If it encourages you to actually be,
a little more creative or a little bit more thoughtful,
it
should be. I think it'd be very interesting, and that is something that I'm definitely looking forward to trying.
So along that note, we kind of alluded to it, but we are going to. Tomorrow, probably, get another game in with exact same armies, same map, same deployment, setup. Everything is exactly the same, basically. And she's going to essentially try this other strategy, and there'll be sort of 2 back-to-back battle reports of showing, what can be achieved. Whenever you take the time to learn and not just say like, oh,
Yeah.
And we kind of spent a while talking about what we could do.
Because it was frustrating at first, a little bit. It was a little bit frustrating. Then when we thought about it, when I thought about it, it's like that things could be different, and this is how things could be different.
Right. So, looking forward to that. Hope this will be sort of a first thing for us, like kind of a what if scenario. Like, what if we had done this instead? And we can see how that might play out differently.
I don't think that my list is optimized for the idea that I have.
No, but the entire point of this is to
How to make the situation better.
right. You have to sort of try to adapt to this. Whenever your opponent gets to pick the deployment, and they already know what you're bringing, they can sort of try to pick a deployment that helps themselves and hurts their opponent, and that means you have to be ready to sort of adapt what your deployment is going to be and work within the confines of what your army list is going to be. So we actually think it's good, it's a good learning point for it.
Yes.
Specifically, because this isn't something that was really in 7th. So this is definitely an 8th problem, or, possible, I guess, solution to said problem.
Solution to said problem for not just Tau, but armies that have things that are really good with deep striking, but aren't so good with being charged in the face normally.
Well, that's mostly just Tau.
It is pretty much Tau.
But anyways, guys, look forward to that. That will be within a day or two of this battle report going live. So yeah, you guys are gonna get basically double reports, partially because 8th is so damn quick to play now. But
Yeah.
so with that, if you guys enjoy these and would like to see more, etc.,
Please like and subscribe.
Yep. We always appreciate that, and we thank you for your support. So
Have a good night.
have a nice time, guys. Take care.
Bye bye.